Bluetooth has been one of the most liberating and transformative technologies of the last 20 years. Gone is our need to link so many things we use via cable. It can all just get along nicely sending data via the low-powered radio waves of Bluetooth. We've even seen the technology usher in entirely new segments like smartwatches. For all of Bluetooth's positive influences, one segment has been very slow to adopt it relative to the rest, and that's two-way radios. We have in recent years and months seen some radios roll out with the ability to be programmed via Bluetooth or the ability to interface and send messages via Bluetooth. Well, now Retevis has brought to market a radio that is capable of allowing you to talk and listen via a Bluetooth headset. As a standalone radio, the Retevis RB89 isn't really that impressive. It's simply a GMRS radio based off of an existing Part 90 business band radio of some sort. What's that mean? Well, because it's a Part 90 based radio, it means that it has to be computer programmed for all of its channels and frequencies, of which there are 30 frequency slots, 22 for the simplex GMRS, plus the 8 repeater channels. Noticeably lacking is any extra memory for extra frequencies and tone combinations. It does feature a novel hidden green screen that shows you some indication of what features are active, as well as the current channel. While it does look great in lower light environments, outside in direct sunlight, it ends up being overpowered. However, that's not the selling point of this radio. The Bluetooth headset is. When you activate the power function button, it turns on the Bluetooth setting, which then enables the radio to sync up with the headset. Unlike the Bluetooth for your phone, you don't have to pair it. The headset comes automatically matched up. It means you can't pair it with any other Bluetooth headset, which is kind of a shame because this one really isn't that good. This Bluetooth is very reminiscent of something from circa 2006 or 2007. It's got a very small design, and it's only held in place by the friction of it being inserted into your ear. I've never been able to get mine to fit very securely, so active events while wearing this are kind of out of the question for me. I'm better off using an old-fashioned hand mic. I think that this particular Bluetooth radio handset, however, might be a little bit better off were it able to integrate with something like my Under Armour Project Rocks I use for running. But that might be a different story. Once you got it activated in your ear, it's not that hard to use. You simply either hit the push to talk button on the headset itself, or you can hit the push to talk button on the handset of the radio. Now there's another gripe, as that negates the whole idea of being hands-free for me. You still got to use your hand to engage a push to talk button somewhere. There is the option to use Vox, however, well, Vox means anytime you start talking into the radio, it starts transmitting, which might not always be the best option, as anytime you need to make a comment to someone not on the radio, you'll end up transmitting. Another thing I've noticed is that the signal quality isn't quite as good on the Bluetooth. People say I come across a little more tinny than when I'm just speaking directly into the handset. Unfortunately, the shortcomings don't quite end there. This radio, just like all the Retevis radios before it, and probably those until the end of time, ships with this nonsensical smattering of CT/CSS and DCS tones activated across all channels. What that means for you is that unless you only want to talk to other factory setup Retevis radios, you'll have to program the radio via computer. That said, programming is pretty straightforward and easy. The radio requires a K-style programming cable and software that can be downloaded directly from the Retevis website for free. Please note, this software is only available for Windows PCs, so if you're a Mac user, you're either going to have to find a Windows PC or install Boot Camp or Parallels in your computer. Another shortcoming is in the design of this radio. The RB89 uses the same buttons that change channels as its power function buttons. A short press will change channels, a long press engages that button's program function. The downside here is that there's only 2 power function slots available, yet a smattering of functions some might think essential to program in here, including the Bluetooth, Vox on, and flashlight on and off. If you intend on using the Bluetooth, this radio's defining feature, well, it's going to take up one of your slots. So that only leaves 1 slot available for you to decide which of the remaining features you're going to use. In the end, I like the idea of this radio, but the execution is just not good. I think Retevis should go back to the drawing board, take some suggestions from the people that have reviewed this radio, and redo the whole damn thing. Retevis, please, 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 if it isn't any trouble. And I know I might be asking a lot, but if it's at all humanly possible, I would really greatly appreciate it if you could please stop shipping your radios with CTCSS and DCS tones turned on. I think that's the first step we can start with to fix this radio. The second, find a way for me to sync up every other Bluetooth headset I already own. I want to use Bluetooth with this radio. I believe in the ability to be hands-free with this radio, and I see the value in that. But the headset you ship it with sucks, and it's the only one that works with the radio, and that's a problem. Finally, fix the power function button mess. Honestly, Retevis is just asking a Part 90 radio to do way too much here. This radio should be based off of something with a little bit more power under the hood, some sort of high-functioning dual band that has the ability to get into the menus and change the settings on the radio itself. Also, having enough buttons to fulfill all of the promises of the power functions, and have more memory for frequency and tone combinations. I mean, that's it. That's all I can think of to say about this radio. It's not Retevis's best work, and it's not really something I would recommend until they work some of these bugs out. I'm sorry guys, but thank you for sending me the radio. It's just a hard sell. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments section. Till next time, be good.